Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. I am Tabassum Shafiq from Multan Public School and College. I welcome you all on our YouTube channel, Multan Public School and College for Boys and Girls. I hope you all are fine and enjoying good health at home. Let's move to the lesson. Our today's lesson is Unit 5, Changing States of Matter, and the topic that we have to cover, changes of state. Subtopics are when water loses heat and when water gains heat. It's second week of second by month, and pages that we have to cover are 55 to 67 of International Primary Science Level 5. Here we have some points. At the end of this lesson, inshallah, all the students will be able to tell me about what are three states of matter, what is phase change or physical change, how many changing states of matter exist, what are boiling, freezing and melting points, what are boiling, freezing and melting points of water. So guys, in our previous lesson, we have learnt about different states of matter, and we all know that what are the properties of different states of matter. Here we have three states of matter: solids, liquids and gas. Dear friends, here we have different forms of water. Water exists in three physical states: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. In solid state, water exists as snow or ice. You can see in first picture, here we have an ice statue. And in gaseous state, water exists in the form of steam, vapor and clouds. You can see below the first picture, here we have clouds. In the liquid state, water exists in liquid water. And the top picture you can see on your right side. So dear friends, keep in mind that if you want to see the solid state of water, you can see snow and ice. In gaseous state, water will found in the form of steams, vapors and clouds, and the liquid state you can see flowing water. Let's move to the next slide. I hope you can easily understand the different states of water, because water exists in three physical states. Changing states of water. We all know that water exists in three physical states: solids, liquids and gas. Can you tell me, is there any force exists that can change the different states of water? Here we have another statement: water can change its state when it's become colder or hotter. It's mean whenever water gains heat, it becomes hotter, and whenever water loses heat, it becomes colder. So dear friend, keep in mind that there is a force that forces the water to change its state. Can you tell me the name of the force? Excellent. It's temperature. The changing states of water depends on the temperature of surroundings. Very good. Let's move to the next slide. What is a phase change? Dear friends, whenever a state of matter change its state from one state to another, it's called phase change. And phase changes are physical changes. Physical changes are like changes in appearance, looks, form, shape, but their chemical composition never changes. It's called physical change. Physical changes are reversible. It's mean if one form is converted to another form, you can get back the previous form. It's called reversible change. So dear friends, keep in mind that physical changes are reversible changes, and these changes are just in form of appearance, looks, shape and not in composition, not in their chemical composition. When water loses heat, it's our subtopic. So dear friends, can you tell me one thing? Whenever you put water into the refrigerator, what happened with the water? Perfect. its change from liquid to solid. Actually, in the refrigerator, the atmosphere is colder than outside of the refrigerator. That's why water change its state from liquid to solid. Look at here in the statement. Here we have heat flows from hotter objects to cooler objects. When water loses heat, liquids change into solids and gases change into liquids. Look at in the picture. We can see that here is a gas state, and gas state is going to change into liquid whenever we try to cool it. Ultimately, gas will change into liquid, and whenever we try to cool down the liquid state, it will convert into solid state. So dear fellows, we all know that whenever water loses heat, it changes its state, and this state is called freezing state. When water is cold to 0 degree centigrade, it changes into ice. It's mean to change the water into ice, the temperature must be 0 degree centigrade. Keep in mind. And this is called the freezing point of water. 0 degree centigrade is the very good. Okay, here we have a diagram, liquid and then loses heat and it converted into solid. We all know that in the refrigerator this happens. Water change from liquid to solid state is called freezing, and the freezing point of pure water is 0 degree centigrade. It's mean pure water. If you have some kind of mixture and then you will try to cool down it into convert it into the solid form, ultimately you need to change the temperature. Maybe it will frozen on -4, -5, -6, but it will never be frozen on the temperature 0 degree centigrade. So keep in mind, pure water freezing point is 0 degree centigrade, and different liquids have different freezing points. Dear fellows, have you ever noticed small drops outside of your cane, bottle, cup, or on the leaves in the early morning? Yes, I hope everyone has observed that. But the question is, from where they come and how they made? Yes, I'm gonna tell you. Actually, these all drops of water present in the form of vapor every time around us in the air, and the vapors are colorless, so we could not see them. That's why every time they present around us, but we could not see them. And whenever they get closer to any colder object, any cooler object, they convert from gas to liquid, and these hotter gas particles change into liquid form. This is called condensation. Whenever the gas state converts into liquid, it's called condensation. So whenever water loses heat, two processes happen. One is freezing and second is condensation. So keep in mind, next time you have to keep in mind that these all drops are present in the atmosphere, in the air, in the form of vapors, and they condensation. When water vapor and steam are cooled, it condenses into liquid water. You can see in the picture a gas state, and when it loses heat, it's mean it's cooled down, it's converted into liquid. So friends, water changes from gaseous state to liquid state. It's called condensation. Keep in mind, gaseous state to liquid state. Whenever water changes from gaseous state to liquid state is called condensation. So whenever water loses heat, two process happens. First is freezing and second is condensation. Very well. Let's move to the next slide. Our second topic is when water gains heat. Dear friends, we all know that heat flows from hotter objects to cooler objects, and when water gains heat, solids change into liquids and liquids change into gases. Look at this picture. Adding heat. It's mean if we add heat in the solid state of water, it will convert into liquid state, and whenever we add heat in the liquid state, it will convert into gaseous state in the form of vapors, in the form of gas. So dear friend, keep in mind, whenever we add heat in different state of water, we will get the different result and different process will start. Let's move to the next slide. Dear friends, have you ever thought why your ice cream always melts outside the refrigerator? And ice also? Yes, actually the temperature outside the refrigerator is higher than the temperature inside the refrigerator. That's why ice cream and ice start to melt. So keep in mind that whenever the solid state of water gets heat, it changes its state from solid to liquid, and this process is called melting process. Let's move to the next slide. Dear friends, actually melting is the process whenever the solid objects get heat and convert into liquid is called melting. When ice cube at 0 degree gains heat, it changes to the liquid state. It means starting point of melting is 0 degree centigrade, and the starting point of freezing is also 0 degree centigrade. And whenever ice gets heat at 0 degree, it started to convert into the liquid. So in the last statement is written there, water change from solid to liquid state is called melting. Whenever it gains heat. So melting point of water is 0 degree centigrade, and the starting of freezing point is 0 degree centigrade. Whenever it's 0 degree centigrade, it start to freeze, and whenever water has 0 degree centigrade and it gains heat consistently, it will change into liquid. It's also 0 degree centigrade. Let's move to the next slide. Vaporization. Vaporization means to convert the liquid into vapors. It's called vaporization, and here is a process by which we can convert liquid into vapors is called boiling. And whenever we provide heat and we add heat into the liquid, into the water, ultimately it converts into vapors. It's called vaporization. Boiling. When we heat up water to a temperature 100 degrees centigrade, it changes the liquid water to steam. So boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. It means at 100 degree temperature, water will start to boil and it will convert into vapors. Very good. So in the last statement, water changes from liquid to gaseous state at 100 degree. Keep in mind, the boiling point of pure water is 100 degrees centigrade, not the mixture of any water. The pure water boiling point is 100 degree. Perfect. Evaporation. Dear friends, can you tell me, can liquid water change into a gas without boiling? We know that at 100 degree temperature, every time water converts into vapors. So without boiling, can water convert into vapors? Look at these pictures. The wet clothes become dry and the puddle of the water disappears. Why? Where did the water go from the clothes and puddle? Actually, The liquid water in the clothes and puddle gain heat from the surrounding, and the source of heat is sun, and change into water vapors. The water from the clothes and puddle disappeared into the air in the form of water vapors. The change of the liquid into gas below its boiling point is called evaporation. Keep in mind. So, when we heat up water at temperature below its boiling point, the liquid water change into water vapor. So, below the liquid point, whenever liquid changes into vapors is called evaporation. Clear? Very good. Water changes from liquid to gaseous state at temperature below 100 degrees centigrade. It's called evaporation. Whenever liquid gains heat below 100 degrees centigrade and change into liquid, it's called evaporation, not boiling. At 100 degree it's boiling, below the 100 it's evaporation. I think it's clear to you. Rate of evaporation. Dear friends, how quickly or slowly evaporation takes place is known as the rate of evaporation. It means how quickly your clothes will dry and how quickly puddle water will disappear. It depends on some factors. And the factors are presence of wind. It means if wind is there, ultimately the puddle water will disappear very soon and your clothes will dry quickly. Second point is temperature of the surrounding. If the temperature of the surrounding is higher, your clothes will dry fast and the evaporation rate will increase. Surface area. As surface area increases, as the rate of evaporation increases. It means if the water is spread on the wide area of land, it will disappear quickly. Humidity. Humidity is the wetness in the environment. If the environment is wet, the rate of evaporation will low. Or if the environment is dry, the rate of evaporation will higher. Very good. So keep in mind these 4 points in your. Here we gonna wind up this topic. Scientific terms to remember. These are very important terms you have to keep in mind every time. First point is melting point. The temperature at which a solid changes into a liquid is called melting point. Boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid changes into a gas is called boiling point. Freezing point. The temperature at which a liquid turns into a solid when cold, it's called freezing point. So dear friends, these 3 points are very important. You have to keep in mind every time whenever you are talking about the changing states of matter. Very good. Now we will sum up the lesson in the next slide. Summary. Dear friends, here we have 3 states of matter: solids, liquids and gas, and the processes are inverse to each other. You can see when solid change into liquid, it's called melting, and when liquid change into solid, it's freezing. Same as it is in the second portion. When liquid change into vapor, it's called evaporation, and when vapors change into liquid, it's called condensation. So both processes are inverse to each other. Yes. So keep in mind that melting is inverse of freezing and freezing inverse of melting. Evaporation is inverse of condensation and condensation is inverse of evaporation. So these are our reversible changes. Task to do. Dear friends, you have to read the pages 55 to 67 of your book, and I will provide you question answer in the form of PDF. You have to learn those all question answers by heart. Okay friends, it was our lesson. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.